What's up, guys? Back again with another video. And we are talking about what I have and what I am actually playing on my Steam Deck. Now, for me, I don't have a huge 300 game library on Steam, and the main reason why is because I've mainly been playing games like Destiny 2, Apex Legends, and stuff on Game Pass, so I haven't really bought a lot of games. I honestly just got a gaming laptop in 2017 and built my first personal gaming PC at the tail end of 2018. So I've been in the game, but I haven't been in the game not nearly as long as some other people. And I know some of you guys might be like, well, I just started PC gaming and I got 500 games or whatever. Well, that's great. But for me, I try to use my money wisely and not buy games that are going to be coming out on Game Pass and, wait for sales and things like that. Very rarely I spend full price on games. So, Steam usually has good sales, but most of the games that I want to go on sale sometimes don't go on sale. For example, Daemon X Machina, I've been keeping tabs on that game, and it literally, the lowest that I've seen it on Steam was $30, and I would have loved to pay like $17, which would have been great, but I don't think Marvelous wants that game to go any lower than that. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So, in my library, let's go here. I currently have 58 games. Now, some games are hidden just because they just don't work on Steam Deck, and I just want everything here that I know for sure works. My great on deck is, of course, Apex Legends, Generation Zero, 2 Guilty Gear games, Lego Star Wars, and Vanquish. Now, I will say this game is on Game Pass, but before it was on Game Pass, I bought it on Steam for like, I want to say $10 or something. It was really, really cheap. It's a pretty good game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Who doesn't like the Guilty Gear series, of course? Lego Star Wars, I played that with my wife, and we both like that game. And Vanquish is such a phenomenal game. If they ever came out with a sequel, I might buy that full price. Like, no jack. So, but the games that I have installed out of my games is some of them. A lot of the stuff is just games I got for free with different websites like GOG. So, right now I'm playing Biomutant. I like Biomutant. Biomutant needed a little bit of tweaks in order to work. When I first started it up, it was like all the way zoomed in. It froze, it glitched. I couldn't even barely get to the start screen. So one of the things that I did was I went to the game, and then I went to the settings, and I went to properties, and I did try to focus, okay. I did force the use of specific Steam Play compatibility tool, and then that's when it actually worked. So there are some games that I realize on the Steam Deck you might have to check that box in order for them to actually work. If I uncheck that box, I can show you what it does. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my game or brick it or anything, but we're gonna try to see this in real time. So if I uncheck that box, and then I go to Biomutant now, this is literally what happens. As you can see, it's going through the motions. See, it's already taking a while. All right. Wow, it's actually working. Okay, well, I guess that was a flop. But before that happened, before I actually was using that forced compatibility tool, this game would literally be, it would be look terrible. It was like all the way zoomed in, heavily pixelated. I'm not really sure what the issue was in the beginning, but yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. See this? Yeah, look at that. Like I can't explain, like I don't really know what's going on with it, but it's definitely, this ain't how Biomutant's supposed to look. So there might be some games that you guys might run into where they're not verified. Look at that. Look how terrible that looks. Look at that. And none of my controls are working either. Absolutely nothing. Look at that. I can't even skip. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Terrible. So I'm not really sure what's up. I'm going to X out of that. And then I'm going to go back here, properties, compatibility, check the box again. And then you can choose which one of these, Proton Experimental or which one of these versions of Proton will help run it. But I just did Proton Experimental, and then I was able to play it, no issues, in which I will go back and show you guys right now. So skip that. Yeah, much better, right? Absolutely. Normal start screen.
Welcome to Biomutant.
There we go. So Biomutant looks good. So sometimes you're gonna have to use that little tool that they have in this device to make sure that your games are gonna run. So I definitely been playing Biomutant. Got the chorus demo right there. Who ain't played Kodo Trigger? I haven't, but I'm going through it right now, and so far I am loving it. I mentioned Damon X Machina earlier. I just went ahead and bit the bullet and I paid for it full price, but hey, I rarely do it. I can justify one or two games through the cracks. Final Fantasy 15, definitely. I got almost 90 hours in that game. That is by far my favorite game, period, ever. So, um, Generation Zero is pretty good. Quantum Break doesn't really work that good on the Steam Deck. I can't get it to go to 60 frames per second. It's just you really gotta tweak it. So I'm like, all right, I want to play 60 frames per second games. Nier works phenomenal, even though it has question marks on it. You know, I know a lot of other YouTubers have been making points to this, that some games they have exclamation points, like Damon X Machina, for instance. And then when you see on here game info, you go to details. It's definitely playable, but it says entering some text manually invoking the on-screen keyboard. And that is very true. You just hit the Steam button and the X that brings up the on-screen keyboard, and then you can type in your name. I've only had one issue or instance where I needed to use that, and that's right when you start the game. They ask you what the name of your character is, so you have to put in like whatever name you want to tell or use for your character, and then that's literally the only time that I needed to bring up the on-screen keyboard in the game. Other than that, everything works literally phenomenal. So I definitely been playing that. I've got almost 10 hours in it now. Loving the game so far. And then Metro 2033, I've always wanted to play it. I actually got that one for free, I believe. Battlefront 2, and then Vanquish and Tekken 7. So we're going to actually check out Tekken 7 right now. Let's play this. Now, Tekken 7, same thing. Kind of had issues with trying to tweak it to get it to 60 frames per second, but it definitely will play 30 frames per second in high settings, no issue. But we all want to play 60 frames per second. It's 2022 now, so I'm gonna load this up. Alright, let's go to offline, arcade battle. Y'all know I gotta get my boy Noctis. So right now we're at, what, 30 frames per second? I can't remember what settings I put on here, but we're gonna check it out in real time and kind of see what happens. Yeah, I got the settings low. Yep, I remember. I put the settings down low just so I can get to 60. Ooh. Okay. Yep, 60 frames per second up there. But the settings are definitely low. Camera doesn't do it justice, but the graphics definitely are not as good as they should be. But it's definitely playable. Like, when you're in the heat of a battle, you ain't gonna be thinking about how them graphics moving. Look at that. Kind of see it there. Now, these games are being loaded on a micro SD card, so I got a micro SD card that reads up to 160 megabytes per second, but I have been doing research, and apparently, I guess the Steam Deck caps out at 100 megabytes per second. So for me, I feel like hopefully, you know, they'll put out an update where they will unlock the read speed for the micro SD card to take advantage of a full 160 megabytes per second. That will be great. But as you can see, some of these games do kind of take a little bit to load, but you ain't really gonna notice it unless you got one of the 256 or 512 versions right next to it. So there's obviously videos for that. Wow. Now let's check this out. I'm gonna change the settings. Let's go to. Oh yeah, I can't do it from here. I have to do it from the main screen. Ah. Yep. Not bad though. Definitely not bad. So that's gonna be Tekken 7. Exit that. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got on my Steam Deck right now. I'm still working on a couple games I got in my wish list, but for now, Chrono Trigger, Biomutant, Daemon X Machina, definitely still playing Final Fantasy 15. Those are the games that I'm mainly playing right now. So this device is actually, man, it is a game changer, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have a Steam Deck and what you are playing on yours. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.